Hi guys, welcome to the video, and today I want to talk about why athletes and general sports people over the age of 30 should really be activated, which is a muscle activation method I use to reset the body and upgrade performance. The fact is, once you hit the age of 30, the body's already gone through changes. And the fact is that the older you get, the less robust you get against injury. And the fact is, when the longer your training age, the years you spent training at your sport, also training, the more you're going to pick up compensation patterns in that fact in terms of muscle overuse and muscle underuse. And the older you get less resistant towards these compensation patterns. And once that happens, then the body's going to start to grumble. It's going to start giving you injury. It's going to start giving you pain as you get older. So the point is that these compensation patterns have developed over a number of years. Now, another factor is the fact as we get older, there's more responsibility in life. And the fact is there's general, probably promotion jobs, more responsibility in jobs, more responsibility in family, and the fact that you're more likely to get married, you're more likely to have kids when you're actually the age of 30. And all these things, depending on these pressures that come in from a life, if we react negatively, which is what we normally do, then the body is going to react negatively to you as well, in terms of it's going to go into protective state. And stress hitting the body is going to switch off muscles. So when we actually pressures hit us and it's too much for us, our body starts to go into this protective state to protect the weak areas, because this is the area that switches off. The hip muscles are the first place that switch off. The body starts to implode on itself in that factor. And when we do that, that's why we see a lot of bad posture, essentially. The bad posture is caused by muscles switching off here. Okay, it's not necessarily about weak muscles up here and down, it's all down here. Okay, so the fact is, when these pressures hit, the body goes into that protective state, and muscles in the glutes start to switch off, hamstrings start to get more responsible. And even then, if the extreme nature of the compensation patterns are more, they might give up the ghost, and it goes down to the calf muscles, and they have to do more. And this happens up this way as well. It becomes more extreme, and the shoulders become the actual go-to muscles to get these muscles to fire properly. So the compensation patterns start to get more extreme as you get older, and the responsibilities start to get more extreme as you get older too. So this is why athletes should really consider actually interrupting these muscle firing patterns that have developed over experiences you've had and the hard training regime that you've been working on at the moment. In the fact that Be Activated actually interrupts these firing patterns, these compensation patterns, resets the body into its relaxed state, the natural state to perform. And your natural state to perform is when these hips fire properly first, then zone 2, the abdominal, the trunk, and then the torso up here. So there's a firing sequence when this happens, and when the compensation patterns happen, that's firing sequence is disrupted. So you need to really reset that proper firing sequence, and that's what Be Activated does. Now, when that happens, the first instance, if you've had these compensation patterns for a while, then when you start to get this Be Activated treatment done, you start to feel more relaxed. You start to feel chilled, and your energy levels go up. Because what's incredible about this is when you use these muscle activation techniques, your body starts to reset itself, and it's almost before it has that, the body's forgotten what it feels like to be in a relaxed state. And once you use Be Activated, you feel chilled, you feel energized, and it can have massive impact on your life when you're like that. The way you engage with people, the way people react to you, the way you actually respond to people, the way you train, essentially, how you perform in your sport. So physically and mentally, it makes a massive difference. And so when you're in your 30s and you can reset the body back into it, then you can relieve pain, you can develop more flexibility, and then you can get this feeling of being in your 20s again. So resetting those compensation patterns and putting the proper firing patterns of the body in the proper sequence is key. Now, this involves the Be Activated treatment. When I get you on the table, see where the compensation patterns, and then I go through the hips, activating the glutes, upgrading their performance levels, updating the core and the quads and the hamstrings. So the big muscle groups get activated in this sequence. And if you live near Taunton in Somerset, you should really, and you're already over the age of 30 and you want to, maybe you're picking up the odd niggling injury, maybe the pain has become more part of your life, maybe you'd want to increase your, sustain more performance into your 30s, maybe you want to enjoy your sport a little bit more, and maybe you just want to get better, which is a possibility. You should really consider coming to do a muscle activation session with me, because then once your body starts, as I say, into a natural state, it can really impact your life in a positive way. So if you live near Taunton, Somerset, I really recommend you book a one-to-one muscle activation session with me. And I'm based in the centre of Taunton. If you're don't live near Taunton, Somerset, you're different parts of the world, maybe different parts of the UK, then I'd recommend you find a Be Activated practitioner near you to actually reset the body, because there are a number of us around. And if you have struggled with that, then maybe I can help you and put you in touch with someone. So send me an email if you struggle to find someone near you. Then actually get in touch with me, and I can actually maybe put the word around to see if there's anybody in your area. But if you really are in Taunton, Somerset, really consider getting a muscle activation session with me. It can really be life-changing. It can be increase your flexibility and increase enjoyment, and maybe increase your performance levels in your sport. So that's all for me. Thanks for watching. If you could like the video, I could appreciate it. If you could share it, I would appreciate it more. And I would just like to say, enjoy the rest of the week.